Scorpio, welcome to your mid-August 2022 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. I was trying to figure out how to get a sharper image with this, and because it wasn't focusing properly. So I'm glad that that was taken care of. So that's why the cards are already laid out. I had to stop. The heart of the matter is the Wheel of Fortune. This period of the reading is intended to cover up until the middle of the month. We have a full moon on the 11th, and it is in the sign of Aquarius. This is your fourth house of home and family. So you could find that the past is really coming up for some reason for you. That your family of origin, especially the mother, maybe there might be some emphasis here. There could be healing. There could be understanding. There could be some kind of revealing of information. The Wheel of Fortune is at the centerpiece of this reading, and this is about aligning with good things for yourself. So currently, I mean, this card is connected astrologically to Jupiter. And right now, Jupiter is retrograding in the sign of Aries. Oh, no, wait. Is it still in Aries? Yeah, I think it's still in Aries. Because it's going to go back into Pisces. When is it going back into Pisces? I can't remember. I think it's in October or something. So I think it's like the end of October maybe. But anyway, it is in Aries. That's your sixth house. And even when it's retrograding, you may get some kind of, if you're looking for work and you were like bummed out that you missed out on some kind of a job that you had wanted to take, but you were not available at that time, you're available now. And you may be able to do that. So there could be taking advantage of something that you couldn't do so in the past. There can be just a plethora of jobs available for you if you're looking for them. But just in general, the Wheel of Fortune can be that you are aligned. You know, you have these eclipses in your sign and Taurus. So you definitely may feel that your life is changing in more than one way. In the past position, we have the Lover's card. So maybe specifically this relates to your romantic life. And if that's the case, you know, Jupiter, you've also had, not Jupiter, but the North Node in Taurus. That could be your soulmate. That could be someone who comes into your life as your life partner. Not saying that you're going to commit to that person right now, but at some point you may. And, you know, that might be somebody that you currently are just getting to know. And that's because there's like this, I was going to say this faded quality. When I say the Wheel of Fortune, when we think of like the wheel, we're thinking of cycles in life. And some of these cycles may feel like we don't like them very much because it seems like no matter what we do, things don't go our way. If you can kind of step back, stop trying to force things, and then maybe like surrender to the situation, there might be another time when everything is coming up roses. But it's like a give and take situation. You have to be able to flow with things. The higher message is the Six of Swords. This is about traveling to calmer waters, which really means that you're choosing peace in your life. Now, again, you know, talking about this full moon, that can be a part of that. And the lunar eclipse that you had in your sign back in May can also be a part of that, where you're discovering, Scorpio, that it doesn't have to be this hard. You don't have to react to everything. You're a very emotional person. You try to keep it under wraps, but there's no denying that you have very strong emotions. And the key to that is not to deny them, but to transmute them. You know, the eighth house that you represent is all about alchemy. How can you take something that is very complicated, like your emotional nature, and turn it into gold? Creativity is a great way to do that. Um, Giving of yourself, doing for others is another great way, because sometimes we get caught in that trap of like, you know, I need this. I need this emotional support. I need love in my life. But it's like you're not willing to give it until you get it. No, it doesn't work that way. And the more of a loving being that you are, the higher your vibration, and the more you're going to attract people into your life that will see that and will match you and then some. So if that's what you're looking for, but you cannot get involved with people that are dragging you down. And you are so, that's what the Six of Swords to me is about. It's like staying away from those people that want to sink your boat. And the reason that you're attracted to them in the first place is there's always that living on the edge with Scorpio. There's always that, it's almost like courting disaster in a way, where you're kind of walking that tightrope. And while that may be very exciting, it's not necessarily very good for you in terms of how it affects your life in general. So you want to be able to choose peace and have that kind of person reflected back to you. What crosses you is the Ace of Swords. I love this depiction, even though it's a little wacky, because it's almost like the pineal gland or something, pineal gland, however you pronounce it, in the third eye region, which is really the true seat of knowledge. You know, we think of the mind, the brain, but the brain is processing mundane information, not wisdom. Okay. And this is about the Ace of Swords to me is about being um, very aware of the truth of your reality, and therefore being able to proceed with that understanding. But the problem is that sometimes the truth is hard to take because it's not what we want. You know, we don't like what the truth is, so we may try and deny it somehow circumvent it, and that doesn't allow us to move forward in our life. So what I mean by this is that you may have met somebody that you care about, but it's possible that you're still hung up on somebody else. I've just started doing readings on TikTok to expand my base, and they only have like a 3-minute time limit. But I just did a love reading, and I got the Devil card for Scorpio. So it could be that somebody is keeping you in their clutches, and you are telling the story of what that means, and it really isn't everything. And in order to be able to embrace the good in your life, you have to get away from the storms. You can't like just enjoy being in the hurricane. And some of you, it's very tempting to be in that eye of the storm because it's like very dangerous, and you like to sometimes walk, you know, on that tightrope. What's coming in? This was another card I got for that TikTok reading, for the love reading. That's really interesting. 9 of Pentacles. And this is a card of financial independence. So if this is a situation with, the Lover's card can be a choice. If this is a work situation, it really is reassuring you that you can do what you need to do, that you have the resources to do so. Because I would say that the Wheel of Fortune, the winds of change can blow, and it may be very uncomfortable to deal with change, but there is this pot of gold at the end. And this may be something that is your potential, the Nine of Pentacles, with your current situation. But it is change, and it may feel uncomfortable in the moment if you are not embracing the change. The outcome is the Death card, and it's interesting here that here's that 8, that's the symbol of infinity. And so death, in this deck, they never are going to just leave it at death. They say rebirth. And when I said rebirth, it was 11:11 in the time of this reading. So the Lionsgate portal, which is covering this period, is 8/8. And that's that double infinity. The point is that something has to leave your life in order for the new to come in. And the Ace of Swords can mean that you don't fully embrace this, you don't see it, you only see the loss. And you have to be able to see that this is a necessity. The Six of Swords, it's a necessity to embrace the calm waters and go from the roiling sea. And another thing, too, is the Six of Swords can be actual physical relocation. Not just an energetic change of pace, but actually physically moving somewhere else. So there may be, I think the Wheel of Fortune may have something to do with travel as well, because it is connected to Jupiter, and Jupiter can be long distance travel. So maybe this is the choice of whether or not to stay at your current location, job-wise, or take a job overseas. And the point is that you may be opening up your life in a big way. You may be experiencing expansion if you have the willingness to step into the unknown. And you can experience the end of the old and the new being reborn. Okay, that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope that this resonates. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.